Here we go. Oh, whatever. Can you hear me at all? Hello on the other side. So you guys should be able to hear me. Hello. Oh my god. There we go. We did it. Oh my god. We did it. I did it. You guys actually see? There we go. There, we did it. Yes, we did it. We did it. We did it. Oh my god. That was such a pain in the ass. Okay. Let me just pause this one on my side. We did it, guys. We did it. We did it. We did it. All right. So, we did it. We did it. We did it. Let's see what's going on. That was such a pain in the ass. Okay. Let me just pause this one on my side. We did it, guys. We did it. We did it. We did it. All right. Okay. So, I've got a bit of a delay on my side. We did it. We did it. Let's see what's going on. That was such a pain in the ass. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right, people. Okay. So I do have a bit of delay on my side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to view on watch page. Just want to double check everything for you guys. Make sure you guys are receiving the information. If someone in chat could let me know if you guys are receiving it, so that would be great. I do have a bit of delay on my side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over. Okay, so if you guys could let me know in chat if you can actually see me. I'm so excited to get to use the new Word software. Okay, so all good? Can somebody let me know in chat, please? That would be perfect. So anyways, I do have a bit of a delay on my side. So we are moving along, we're moving along, we're moving along. And it started buffering again. Okay, why did it stop? Okay, so what is going on here? We lost it? Did we lose it? No, we didn't. Did we? No. Okay. All right, so I guess this is going to have a bit of a delay here, so we're going to have to work with what we have. This is new software, so I'll have to maybe get like the bugs out, but I had a few adjustments to make, and we are moving forward. So with that said and done, we're now looking at like 10 o'clock here. So there's like about probably a good 10-second delay. So hopefully it won't be too much of a glitch for us to work with it. Such a blessing, such a blessing, such a blessing. Alright, so I guess this is going to have a bit of a delay here, so we're going to... This is new software, so I'll have to... Okay, so we're good to go. We're working on it. We're making things happen. We've got this under control, people. We've got it under control. Wow. So what do you think of the new webpage? How do you like this setup? You like with the picture in the background, kind of, have a little bit, do a little bit of advertising in the bottom there. You can see the current promo. So we've got it moving and we're doing well. Okay, so let's get started with our smudge like we normally do. I'm just going to put some tobacco down as well for our ancestors as well here. Tradition is you put you also give tobacco as a spiritual connection as well to the ancestors. Baby, you need to get down from there. Come on, you got to get down from there. Down you get. Go play. All right, so who do we have in chat? Anybody in chat? Anybody? Can you guys see it? Hi, Koi Miss or Cole Miss. Hi. Welcome to the channel. We're gonna get this started, so we're gonna start with our smudge like we normally do. Give me 1 sec here. Okay, so let's see if we can kind of shine the light on this perspective. Okay. Woo. It took me a little bit to get it going, but we got it moving, so I'm not changing any settings. That's going to be the way that they stay for future streams. We just have a bit of a delay here, so delays we can handle. We can handle the delays. There's a lot of delays going in life, so I'm sure we can handle a little bit of a delay here. So, all right. So what we're going to do is, I don't know what cards I'm going to use today, but we're going to smudge the area here. Smudge our cards. Clear the energy for them from last time. So I don't have the chat, so I have to use my phone as well to see the chat, because I don't have the chat box set up on the actual stream on my end for my actual encoder now. So it takes a minute to get that done. So we'll get the smudge started. And we'll smudge. I'll get the smudge done here. Woo. Lots of energy, lots of energy. I'm feeling better today though. I'm feeling much better. Yesterday I was like so drained, like it really sucked. Like seriously sucked. But today I'm feeling much better. I'm feeling more energized. Had a great day. Hung out with my kids today. I was gonna do the live stream earlier today, but my kids showed up, so I kind of had to cancel that idea. So we're gonna get that done. So how's everybody doing? Everybody doing good? So we have Shannon M25 in the room as well. Good to see you here, Shannon. Welcome to the channel. I usually start with an overall kind of feel for what the reading is going to be like. Okay, hang on 1 sec. Take a look away. Looked away for a minute, and crazy things happen, right? So okay. So we're going to get started with the overall reading. I think I'm going to choose the actual, the Rider-Waite ones, just to kind of get a feel. We have the Oracle cards. We're going to be using those tonight. I have to really start working with them more. The Cloud cards. So we're going to do readings with that tonight. I'm not going to actually have, not really going to pick a person for the personal live reading. That's going to take up majority of the show, because that was supposed to be an earlier show. So we're just going to kind of wing it and go from there. Alright, so let's see what the overall energy that we need to be looking at currently for ourselves. This could be for the next 24 to 48 hours. So just be aware that, if you're, have the signs and the synchronicities showing and revealing the energy to you, that, don't panic. Because we usually do, I usually do like a 24-hour period, and then, because I want to start doing these more daily, the live readings, live streams. So we have the Three of Pentacles, we have the Nine of Swords, we have the Chariot in reverse, and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So feeling like we're not moving in a direction like a lot of us might be feeling that we're you know, we're going in, sorry, the Three of Pentacles is in reverse, and we have the Nine of Swords that's right side up. So a lot of us are feeling that, you know, the overall, for the majority currently, is feeling that, one sec here, I just gotta grab something here, because I have to remember which are the energies that go along with it, so I have to use my cheat sheet a little bit here. Bear with me. Alright, so we have the Three of Pentacles. So the overall energy is going to be applying. So this could be the end result of what is in your chart. So you could be like the rising sun, your moon sign, you know, all these things could have an effect. But you can also take on the traits of even anything that resonates with you from the reading. So, you know, if we can kind of zone it in onto an energy that maybe you're adapting to that energy, or you could be on the cusp of an energy of a sign. So meaning, like, say you're Libra and you're on the cusp of Scorpio, you could take on some of the Scorpio energy. So just be aware that if you know, you're kind of feeling like you're not feeling yourself, maybe look at, you know, because I do know that the moon is in Cancer right now, as far as I know. I'll double check my moon scope here. We are on a waxing, we're in a waxing moon right now. We're at 9% right now. So no, the moon is actually in Leo right now. It was in Cancer, but now it's moved to Leo. And it was really weird because the meridian passing was at 4:44 today, which was really, really bizarre, the 444. And I noticed that earlier today. So we are definitely at a waxing crescent right now. We're at 19%, heading into a full moon. The next full moon is in exactly 10 days. So just so you guys know, to be aware of, you know, the moods and energy shifts that are going on for yourself. Be aware of them. So basically, we've got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. And when we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, it's Capricorn energy. It could be disharmony, so feeling unbalanced, not in sequence or in synchronicity with yourself. It also can mean that the misalignments are going on right now, and that could be the effect of the moon having that effect on us as well, right? With the transitions going on, and you know, it's always transitioning, so you might feel that, you know, certain things about yourself are changing, like, dramatically. It's like, you know, how to explain it the best way is, think about a tide, right? We change, the tide rises and falls like on a daily basis, like twice, right? So you basically are going through like energy shifts like at least twice a day, right? So you might be finding that, you know, that's having an effect on you. So if it is, just be aware of it, and, you know, maybe just kind of look into, also you could have, be taking on the traits on a Vedic astrology chart instead of the Western style. I do know that when I'm not really feeling myself, I'll look at the Vedic side as well and see if maybe, you know, there's another sign that's coming through. So you could end up with like 3 different signs, you know, even though they say they're dealing with the Vedic is over yonder on the other side of the world, doing it on the astrological or astrology part, basing it on the cosmos. But, you know, I've noticed even with myself, when I've looked at the Vedic, I've taken on the actual traits the Vedic has come through as, right? So say I'm a Cancer, and, you know, my rising sign is, you know, different through the Vedic than it would be in the Western. So say it was in Leo, and then Vedic was like Virgo, right? So you could be taking on those qualities of different things. So that's just, you know, what I kind of base my knowledge and my energy on. So, you know, there's a lot of different things that could come into play for you. So just be aware of them. Don't just stick to one, you know, one plan, and maybe there's more insight that can be offered to you if you look at the Vedic side as well. I don't have the current Vedic moon sign. I'm not about to open up my webpage right now to find it. Actually, no, I can. So if you let me know what your sign is, I can look it up on the Vedic astrology chart and find out what the moon sign is for your chart. See, like for me right now, so here, I'll just open mine because I have mine saved here. So my Vedic, my moon for the Vedic is in, hang on one sec. Okay. Okay, basic, here we go. Where are we here? Oh, hang on, one sec, guys, bear with me here. Okay. Okay, I opened up the wrong one, hang on. So right now, today's what, Wednesday? And we are at Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So it could actually be in Sagittarius right now as far as that one's concerned. Don't quote me on that. I'm just double checking something else here. My actual. Okay, let's go back to the. Okay. And then with it being in Leo on the Western astrology, you could be taking on that one as well. Where is it here? Okay, so I'm going to redo this one quick. And I just have to put my birthday in. So you do have to have your birthday. It is recommended to have your birthday and everything. You know, there is a website that you can go to and check what the moon sign is, but I have to do it on my laptop to do it. Female. I don't know when I was born, so I always put noon for mine because I don't actually know my birthday because I wasn't actually I was adopted, so I never had those finer details, which was kind of sucks because I can't get like fine detailed printed out, right? So this is based on one sec here. Here we go. Okay, we've got it. Okay, so basically my sign is, oops, wrong one. Sorry guys. Okay, so give me 1 second here. Okay, so my 11th house. Give me 1 second here. I gotta keep moving. Where is it now? Okay, so my rising sun sign is Cancer, but it comes up as Gemini, right? So I have Gemini as well as Cancer and Leo in my chart, right? So that's what I mean. Like you could have different qualities and attributes coming through for you. So just be aware of that. So you know, if they say Capricorn, you could have Capricorn or be experiencing Capricorn traits. So I'm just going to move back now to the chat. Sorry guys, I just had to go there. So right, so like Shauna, is it Shauna or Shanna? M25. So like, yeah, so like Leo in Vedic and Aries moon in Western, right? And Virgo, right? So, you know, you can have different quality traits. You could be taking on like 4 different attributes. You could take on Capricorn, Leo, Virgo, just to say a few, right? So, you know, if you're looking into this stuff and you get more deeper into it and get more detailed information on that, you may find out that you're actually, you know, needing to listen to other, like almost up to 3 different, you know, tarot card readings, right? So if they say, you know, Capricorn and you're not feeling Capricorn, but you have Capricorn energy near you or it's in your chart, it may have an effect on you. So just be aware of that stuff. I kind of stumbled across that on my own. So that's kind of where I base my knowledge on. So you could end up, you know, depending on where you feel comfortable with. So we do have Capricorn. We also have Capricorn. We have Capricorn, and we have Sagittarius energy. We have the Chariot, which is, I've got to get used to these ones. Chariot is Cancer, and then we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is, which is water. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So we're definitely working in, you know, the water energy lately, because we are coming up to the actual birth dates for Cancer, coming up on the, it's the 21st or 22nd of June until the end of July, 22nd or something like that in July. So you could be taking on, like, having dealing with a lot more emotional aspect of things going on, feeling that things are just kind of oh, did you really? It's so neat to find out different things, though, isn't it? It's like you get to find out so much more details. If you guys want me to do like a more detailed chart on you, like a birth chart that gives you actually your qualities, your health, your career, your predictions for your life through certain sections from like birth till you were like 7, and then from 7 till you're like 18, and then it goes from 18 till 24, and you can kind of compare it to what your actual life was like. And mine was pretty spot on. It was actually pretty ironically crazy that it was so spot on. It was really cool. So we have Capricorn, we have, what was it, Capricorn? And we have, oh, bear with me one sec, Capricorn, and we have Sagittarius, and we have Cancer. So there's three different energies that you could be dealing with over the next 24 to 48 hours, okay? So just be aware of that. So basically down to the reading that we're getting to, so feeling that, you know, you're having a lot of worries going on right now. You may be stressing over something or overthinking something that's, you know, causing you to have, you know, kind of like giving you headaches, or you're just over worrying. You're like, you're over analyzing, you're overthinking it, and it's causing you, you know, a little bit of uncomfort or uneasiness going on right now. You know, with the Chariot in reverse, you know, you can't just be whimsical. You have to have a lot of self-discipline right now, and being very determined in, you know, getting things done, and just, you know, saying that, you know, I have to go to the gym this week, and I have to do this, and I have to make sure that making sure that your priorities are in order. So, you know, like your self-discipline, you know, but you might find that, you know, you're not focusing on that. So you're having like that confusion state going on for you. And with the Ace of Pentacles coming up as well, we have, self-love, intuition represented by emotions. So that might be a little bit off. You know, that's when maybe you need to focus, and getting that focus, that awareness of what you need to do as far as priorities are concerned, right? We also do have the, what am I saying? Self-awareness, the self-discipline and everything that goes on with it, right? You know, so having the earth energy. Sorry, my bad. I'm just, you know, we have Earth, which is Capricorn. We have, which is the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So that is disharmony, the misalignment, working alone. So you might be feeling very, just, you know, not wanting to really socialize. Your socialization might not be, you know, at its normal stage of going. You may not want to be in the mood to communicate, dealing with the Cancer energy, and them being very emotional people, and very, you know, dealing a lot with the emotional part. So just doing a lot of self-care, self-help, you know, taking time for yourself, focusing your intentions, gaining focus, and getting the priorities that you need done, the self-discipline that you need during the next few days to get, whether it be work-related, career, love, just focusing on the intention that's behind it, and making sure that you're, you know, doing it with the right intention, and that you're focusing on that whole aspect of things. All right, so the overall outcome is the shadow side. And this is the shadow side card. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hang on, let me see if I can bring that down a bit. So it's the shadow. So things that you haven't really looked at, you know, that you just don't, you know, you haven't, oops, can't get that to come in clear. But I don't know if you guys can get that. Oh, there we go. Okay, so the shadow side. So, you know, things that you've kept hidden from people, that, you know, that may end up coming up and revealing themselves, and that you're just not ready to show people. You know, but don't beat yourself up over it. Allow it to come through. Allow it to, you know, surface, so that you can, you know, deal with it and have it be dealt with, and just kind of put it to the side, right? If you feel like dealing with it, you know. Almost like, you know, the girl on this card, if you look, you know, try to put it in close as I can, you know, how she's kind of shying away, and it's like the light's coming in to reveal the, you know, the darker sides of ourselves, the sides that we don't like to look at or evaluate. And you know, the boy's looking in shock and horror as to what he's seeing, right? So, you know, don't let yourself get carried away in the thought of that, though. You know, it's something that you just have to face. We have to heal from, or, you know, it may be stuff that you just, the qualities that you don't like, that you need to maybe refocus your intention, the self-discipline on, you know, working on bettering yourself as a person. And we don't like looking at the dark sides of ourselves. That's the one thing, you know, so many people do. They just, you know, oh, I'm not like that, I'm not like that. And then, you know, 20 minutes later, that exactly that energy comes out, right? So just being aware of those things that are coming up, that are surfacing for you at this time, and allow it to come up. You know, let it come up, and look at it. You know, it doesn't mean that you have to heal from it right now, but you can take a look at it and then kind of sit back and see how the approach that you want to take towards moving in a more positive direction, right? To be able to face those, those whether it be trauma, whether it be personal aspects or attributes about your personal self that you just, you've never noticed before, like because we don't actually physically or mentally or spiritually look at ourselves except like in a mirror, like we're actually doing the time and taking the time to reflect. And some of the stuff that we see come up, we just kind of say, oh no, I don't want it, I'm not like that, why is that coming up, and just acknowledging it and being honest with yourself and having that energy coming up. It's and do it when you're feeling like you're in a safe area or safe space of mind, a safe frame of mind, right, that you feel comfortable enough to be able to have that come up. And there could be an emotion tied to it. It could be like based on a trauma that something had happened to you that nobody knows about. It's those little dirty secrets, or you may feel dirty, or you know what I mean, like I can't put it into words right now as to what that but that dark side of ourselves, the dark night of the soul, as they sometimes call it as well, right? So just being aware of that energy that might be coming up, and just allow yourself to feel it and do with it what you will. But if you don't want to look at it, then you should never start the spiritual journey in the first place, because it does become a very big rude awakening for a lot of people. I know it was for me, and I had to look at some really parts of myself that I didn't think I had. But then you see that that little green monster come out, and it's like, oh my God, it's true. I have this going on for myself, and I didn't like to look at it. I didn't want to have that personality trait, but you do, and you just you have to be more accepting and loving of yourself, and allow yourself to feel, and kind of approach it and work with it, understand it, and be aware, be aware of your spirit and your soul, right? Okay, so let's see what else is going on here in chat. I'm just taking see who's all here. So we have Cool Miss, we have Shanna, we have Low Key Hustle. Hey, how's it going? We have Alexia Green, we have 3540 Tarot. Hello again, thanks for coming back. I'm glad you're here. Score 444. Hey girl, how you doing? Long time no see. We have Caroline, we have Brianna, and we have Slade Savage. Slade Savage, can you have one? What can you have one? What? What one of the one thing that you want? What is the one thing that you really desire? I'll be the guy from Lucifer. What is the utmost thing that you desire? What is your most biggest desire in life? What do you want the most of? No, I'm just kidding. I think that's a really wicked show. I think that Lucifer show is really cute, and the guy's really hot in it. I think he's really, scrumdiddlicious, but doesn't look that way when he's like in just general attire, right? But he can come be my Lucifer anytime. I'm being dirty. Nah. Anyways, so if there's not anybody that wants to get more detailed, or they actually get their life predictions and everything done, feel free to email me, and I can send, print it out, or get it and then forward it to you, and you can take a look at it and see. It's like, I think it's like a 50-page report, and it gives you like all where your houses are. It gives you where all the planets were at your birth. It gives you all the current situations. It gives you like a lot of detail, and it's very insightful. I was actually amazed for some of the stuff that I got. I've done them for my kids and given them, the information, and they're just like, wow, how did you know? So it's really cool to have that, extra insight into your, your personal self, especially when you're on a spiritual journey and you're trying to, develop yourself into a better person. I've been trying to fix this light because it's just too much light. I don't want to be too lit up. I feel like I'm standing in the sun here. Okay. Oh. See if we can make this a little bit. The lighting sucks. Okay, just bear with me. Okay. So, ow, my leg's asleep. I fell asleep. My foot fell asleep earlier, and I was having a hard time with it. So, okay. Now that we've got that all figured out, and we actually are getting the live stream going right now, it's actually much better. I actually like this kind of little setup that I made for myself. I did that. I created my little web page there in the background, the little background information there. The promo that we have currently on is if we don't if you're not able to get a reading done and you miss a live stream or whatever, you do have another way of being able to get a reading. And what I'm doing is on my Facebook page, Mystic Oracle, Tarot, and Metaphysical Services. You can go there, book an actual super mini reading, which is a 15-minute reading for free. It's limited, one per customer. It's only one, like you can only get it once. So you will go there, you'll put in the code, the promo code of YTJN1519, and when you book it, and I'll see the code in there, and I'll know that it's for the free super mini reading, to get a free super mini reading, right? And that's available to everybody, you know, and you can book it. There's actually an appointment schedule there that you can actually book the reading, so then it gets automatically transferred to me, and it actually notifies me right away of the actual booking that's been made. So, you know, it keeps me more synchronized into where my calendar is, and it syncs into my Google Calendar, so all my appointments are all, you know, in one spot. So I've got everything moving, you know, kind of streamlining everything into one kind of one option, so I don't have to have this agenda book for this appointments and then have to cross-reference and all that. It's just too much work. So I'm streamlining everything into very simple, very easy. Keeps me on task a lot better. So, can you have one? Okay, so we are moving down. Okay, so I had a really wacky day yesterday. I was so drained yesterday, and I think that was because I had done a reading for you, Mr. 3540, and it really it bogged me down. I felt it through until the next day, and it was a lot of dark force energy that was coming through on the one deck of cards that I was using at the time. So, you know, I should have known better that I wasn't mentally or physically prepared for what was going to be the aftermath for that. And I got to remind myself, it's been a while since I've dealt with them, so the dark force energy. But this is the little deck that I was using that day, and it comes through as very dark energy. They like to play with that one the most. So I try to stay away from them, but, you know, I want to be able to strengthen myself so that I'm able to, you know, do the readings better when I'm having to go into the darker side of things, when there's, you know, a lot of negativity, you know, surrounding someone, or finding out if there's more negativity, what's really going on as far as, you know, the unseen forces that may be attached, or that maybe are being tricksters. They could be like tricking you into thinking that they're positive energy, and they could be sucking out your energy like they did to me that day 2 days ago. So I have to really be very careful and very selective. So yeah, so hey, no, don't worry about it. You don't have to apologize for anything. You know, that's my job. That's what I do. I wasn't prepared for the messages that were going to come through, and when I enter into that neutral area, it's still like a life force energy that I'm using when I'm dealing with them. And, you know, like I said, it's a very powerful energy that can really drain you really quickly. It's like, you know, you over abuse your phone, and you try charging until, you know, you plug it in and then it dies right away. You know what I mean? Like, that's how quickly it sucks the life out of me. And it's nothing to do with you. It's just the energy that, you know, we were dealing with at that time. You know, because she is in a very, you know, in quite a situation right now, and that's all I'm going to say. So so don't feel that you did anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. I wasn't prepared for what I was going to receive and how the connection was going to work for that. So nothing to do with you at all. It was, you know, me and working with that, you know, energy. So don't feel bad. So with that said and done, how are you doing, Scorp? I know that you moved into your new place. I saw your pictures, and the place looks amazing. It looks really pretty. I love your yard. It's like really big. You can do like so much with it. I'm like, I wish I was there to like just like start digging up and start making your garden look like just amazing, right? So you got your hands full, and I'm jealous. I am so jealous. I would love to be there just helping you with your gardening and just getting that just like tip-top shape, right? I love gardening. I love being outside and planting and doing all those things, right? So, that said, so where do you guys want to go today? Where do you guys want to take the stream today? It's totally your guys' call. you know, I don't know if somebody wants a reading or wants some insight into something, or you have questions about, you know, your journey and things that you're experiencing that you want more insight on. You know, feel free to ask. I have, you know, access to the chat, so I can get your messages rather quickly. I don't know. I do need somebody here. Low-key hustle. Hey, is there anyone coming in for love? Okay, so we're gonna do low-key hustle first, and find out what's coming in for you, and then you know, so you guys can start your questions. Is there someone that can be a moderator for this evening so that I can focus on the readings and not have to worry too much about, you know, kind of keeping the list going? That even if you can do it like for a little bit and then just transfer it to someone else that might be here, I would really appreciate if somebody would volunteer for the moderator part for tonight. That would be great, because I don't know if Ashley's going to come in or not. She usually comes in a bit later after the stream started, like half an hour late, but that's okay, right? That's Ashley. we still love her. So if anybody would like to be a moderator, please let me know. You can mod. Okay, if you could, 3540 Tarot, and it's just taking people's names, making sure that they're ready for when the reading ends, that they're ready and you know, kind of in the starting gate for their reading. So I will do that. I will mark you as a moderator. Okay, so now you are a moderator. And you know, the benefit about being a moderator on this channel is that later on, if you are a moderator and you stick around for a little while and you do a, you know, kind of right here when we kind of need you, and you can actually get your readings free, because it's just kind of my way of paying back to my moderators for helping out and doing such an awesome job. So it can be a benefit. There's benefits to being a moderator on this channel, you know, so you know, so you're like on a trial period. Okay, so we'll start with Low-key hustle, because I do know that he wants to know if there's anyone coming in love for him or her. I'm gathering it's a masculine, because that's kind of a masculine kind of name. Well, it comes across as masculine to me. Let me just have a puff here, and I gotta get my juice so I can get this all done. Oh, I get parched. So, hey, Genesis Chicas and Loki Hustle. Okay, so Loki, your hustle, you're here. Can I be next? Yes, you are. Well, you're going to be first. So we're going to find out what's coming up in love for you. And I'm just going to move this down, because I can't stand that being in my eye. So we're just going to kind of move this down a little bit. Okay, so we're going to kind of just readjust a few things here. It's like playing, okay, that's better. There we go. Okay, so now we have the right light here. Alright, so let's see what's going on for you, low-key. We had the Empress blip. She hasn't dropped yet. So definitely, you do have some feminine coming through, energy that is connecting to you, or that will be connecting with you. Let's see what else is going on for you here. Well, you definitely have some new beginnings coming in. We have the Ace of Swords as well coming out. So definitely, you know, the offers are going to be coming in. You know, you might have been feeling like you've been alone quite a bit. Feeling like, you know, you want to have finally somebody part of your life. You want to have somebody that's going to be standing beside you and be supportive. You know, to be your queen kind of thing. You know, your life partner. Whether it be a life partner or not, let's find out. We also have the Emperor. Oh. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. We want an outcome card, please. Overall. The overall energy that's going to be coming forward for Low-key Hustle, please. Spirit guides. Archangels and energies, please. The messages that Low-key is requesting for today. Okay. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. You feel like you've been kind of sitting on the shelf single for some time. Like you feel like you're just gonna like grow into the woodwork almost. or you could be feeling that you need to come out of the woodwork, or you've just been so complacent without a partner. I do feel that there is an exchange going on from, you know, your past relationship transferring out into a new relationship. It's going to take a bit of time for that to happen. Hang on, I gotta get comfortable here because my leg is just bothering me here. You know, like we do have the Emperor, we do have the Ten of Pentacles, and we have the King of Pentacles. You definitely have a lot to give a person. Like, you've really done some work on yourself that, you know, you really do have the ability to love someone and cherish them and be honorable to them. But I think in the past that it's been taken for granted. You know, and you just want something that's really solid. Like, you don't want to have the game players. You don't want to have, you know, the fake love. You want something that's real and it's deep. You know, but we do have the pregnancy card showing up, and we also have the Emperor, the father figure. So whether you currently are in a situation where there is a pregnancy going on that you're a father figure in, or this could be something that with the relationship from the new connection that, you know, you could end up being a father role model, or experiencing the father role model to maybe, you know, the new partner that's coming through the new experience. Because we do have the Empress on one side, we do have the Pentacle in the middle. I don't know if you guys can see that. Well, I'll try to figure it. And then we have you on the other side. So it's like, you know, the universe is definitely trying to draw this together for you, and they're trying to time it for you, to bring this into fruition for you. So this could be a blessing in the works, or it could be, you know, a current situation that you're either disengaging from or disconnecting from, and, you know, the universe is either slicing it so it breaks, so that the new that can come in for you. But I'm wondering about this father role. Oh, you're a woman. I thought it was, oh, okay, low-key hustle, you're a woman. Okay, so this might be backwards then. So vice versa then. Change the masculine for the feminine. I am reading from the masculine deck too. What am I doing that for? So this could be the opposite direction, because this could be the pregnancy for you then. You know, having somebody to be the father figure. You know, so just the roles are reversed. Because I'm not going to redraw the cards. I will draw some of the feminine cards here. But that in that case, the exchanging of energy could be, you know, this person that is coming in for you. It could be an ex of them that, you know, is kind of cynical towards that person, that, you know, if they could say a bad word, they would, about the person. They would be like, you know, oh, well, he does this, and just bad talking him, and you're not paying any attention to it. Like, don't pay any heed to it. They're just trying to poke fire. But I feel that this person has been waiting for some time. Like I said, could have been coming out of the woodwork. That could be the masculine energy that's coming out of the woodwork. So we're going to flip the table here, and we're going to look at the female side of this. But I'm wondering about a pregnancy. Like, why would the pregnancy card be the first card out? Like the Empress card. Maybe that's a sign to get more in touch with yourself, become more nurturing. Maybe you're not taking care of yourself properly. You know, you're not nurturing yourself and looking after and taking time for you. But we do have the Ace of Wands coming in, which is, you know, a new direction that's coming forward. But it's almost like you're overlapping energy. Like the energy is overlapping. Like the completion is coming through, and then, you know, it's kind of like, you know, it's flipping. So you're leaving one as you're bringing in the new, right? So you're closing out the one as the new one comes in, and you're, you know, kind of juggling that, right? You're going back and forth, but it's going to finally come full circle and be a completion. You know, you've got the Ace of Pentacles with the Ten of Pentacles, or sorry, the Ace of Swords with the Ten of Pentacles. So that completion is coming into full circle. Everything is coming round, and it's, you know, starting anew. As far as with this King of Pentacles, this could be a person coming in that could be like a Taurus or an Aries energy, or has that in their chart. Feeling like there could be wealth. This person could be very stable with what they're doing in their life, business oriented. You know, has they're on point with what they need and where they are right now in their life. which is offering that balance and keeping that balance going. And it could have been, this person had left this relationship, his previous relationship, maybe still be in communication with them, but I don't feel that there is anything going on. So you're an Aries. Okay, so you could be involved with another Aries. Because we do have two, we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is Virgo as well. We have the Virgo card. We have the Emperor card. I don't know what the energy is for the Emperor card. Give me 1 second here. Emperor is Aries again. So this is definitely connecting to you. So this is definitely your energy. This is what your intentions are moving you forward to bring this forward for you and manifesting it. You're definitely on point with it all. You're moving in that direction. Wondering who this father figure is that is showing up, whether that be somebody that you count on for advice or guidance that you're seeking. You value this person, so maybe it could be like a father figure or somebody that is like a mentor that's of a masculine energy, that you value their point of view on things. They keep their respect, and they're very respectful when they, they're very knowledgeable in regards to, kind of giving a feel for a man's point of view on things, right? How to approach it, how to deal with it. So that they'll offer you more insight into, this compatibility that you're seeking, right? But you can rely on them a lot. Okay, so you're a single woman, straight, yeah, solid. I'm a woman, I don't know, I'm an Aries. Hang on 1 sec here, I'm going to pull a couple more cards. I'm going to pull them in a minute. So this could be just you getting and also having, being the more dominant energy in a relationship, like being the one that has more, whether it be experience or, not saying that you want to be in control or dominating, but you may have traits that shine through, and you are like a dominant energy coming through in your relationship. So you're the more, not in a controlling way, but in a dominant, masculine, pant-wearing, you want to be the one that kind of has the final say in things. You may be the type of person that that wants to have, things kind of going in a certain direction, and, you just don't like to have it thrown off course. So you kind of like, the final say gets said by me, right? You know what I mean? But I do feel that this energy that's coming forward for you is definitely, it's kind of like moving slowly, like it's not rushing in. So it could be a little bit of a time frame for you. But I do feel that, your thought train for who you want to have come through, they're not, this also could mean that this person is searching for you, but they're not aware of where they're going. Like, they're not even aware that, that they're even going to end up coming towards you in that direction. They may not even be, aware of where they're headed as far as a relationship. We have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. When I see that card in reverse, it's like not focusing on, like, taking the time to write down your thoughts, write down like your ideas and what you want from the relationship, and being really aware. I don't think that you're focused on your relationship and what qualities you want coming through for the relationship. I don't think that you're taking you're paying it much thought, or you're not paying it much time to really be thinking out what you really want from the relationship. And I think that you need to focus a little bit more energy towards the details and making sure that the direction you're heading, the person that you want to bring into your life is actually suited for you. It's just not whimsically thought of. Just kind of, I'd like a guy that has, muscles and being vain about manifesting this person. And we got the Bow and Chickie Bow Wow card. So you're definitely at a position where, you're very confident with yourself. You're able to, walk into a room and just wow people with your demeanor, or is it demeanor? I know it sounds weird saying it, but you know, just your grace, your flow, the way that you carry yourself is very respectful and very dignified, and you know, you still have a little bit of mystery left behind, right? So that's going to be, you know, kind of your key point of advantage that you do have going for yourself. You know, like you just walk in and you enter like a function and all guys are like, wow, look at that one. You know what I mean? Like you definitely carry yourself well and you keep your, you know, respect to yourself. And but I think you should spend more time on actually where your true intentions lie as to what you are really desiring, because I think that the one that you're just kind of whimsically thinking about is not probably the best suited one coming forward for you, because we do have it in reverse. And the wand energy is, you know, it might not be the person that would be best suited for you. So I think you should spend a little bit of time kind of manifesting and focusing your intentions towards the fine details of this connection that you want to bring for you, so you don't have to repeat, you know, old cycles. This is a new cycle coming in for you. This could be a very new experience for you. It might be something that you haven't experienced before. You know, like you're out with the old and in with the new way of thinking about, you know, a partner, but really making sure that you're focusing on that idea of that partner and the best abilities that you have to create that person, right? Oh, okay, you know, so as far as the outcome here, let's see what the outcome is going to be. If you put the work in to get the result, you will be probably very surprised at the result that you end up getting. You might be shocked about, you know, in shock and kind of awe, going, wow, this really does work, you know, having enough belief and into what your intentions are and where they're lying, right? Oh, okay, one sec here. So definitely, this could end up being a partnership, a family partnership. You know, you may have offers coming towards you that you may end up turning down, but I feel that, you know, the second offer that comes towards you may be not what you want, but it might be what you need, right? You may not see it as a connection, you may not see it, but you haven't given this person enough time to get to know them, and you might be surprised as to, you know, this person's outward projection of themselves is definitely not their inward self, right? You know, so if you end up, you know, kind of shying away from things, or you just don't feel that the connection is there because you're basing it on image, or you're basing it on, you know, their career, or you're basing it on, you know, the value that they can give you or offer you, I think it's got to be more deeper than that. Like, it has to be like a personal connection. If you're just looking at, you know, the surface part of it, and not really looking deeper, you might miss out on an opportunity that comes forward that could actually bring you into the state of family and brighter opportunities moving forward. Oh, I gotta get this figured out here. So, oh, come on, get in there. There we go. So you see, like, the family, the baby, having that. Also, the Empress card showing up. So creating a family like this could be, you know, an opportunity to have that, you know, ability to create that for yourself. Like, that may be something that you're desiring, is to finally, you know, have that partner that you can have that family with and build a strong foundation with, right? So definite things are coming to a close and moving in a more positive direction for you, right? All right, so who is next on the list? So the end result is what you're desiring, is the possibility of creating that family, you know, having that opportunity with someone. If you give them, you know, don't just be fast to judge the book by its cover. Get to know the person. You might be very surprised as to, you know, the underlying person, you know, instead of just being just the surface kind of thing, and getting deep with a person. You might find that the result that you end up with is going to be amazing, and is everything that you wanted to have, and the foundation will be there. The strong foundation will be there, and the functionality will be a very positive one for you, right? Okay, so next in line is what are my Capricorn's true intentions regarding our future? Okay, so you want the masculine's point of view from his guides. Alright, so let's see what's going on for the masculine energy that you have currently in your life with the Capricorn energy. So let's see what's going on with your Capricorn. What is the intention? Okay, so the intentions. What is the future going to be like with this Capricorn? What is the future and intentions for this connection? Ooh, okay. He may be a little bit at odds right now with himself, not feeling that he has enough to give. We have another, kind of in reverse here, right? We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. And just by knowing that, he could be financially inept, like feeling like he's just not adequate, he's not contributing enough. Like he wants to be able to give more, but it might be more strapping. He may be more financially driven and feeling like he's just not creating enough revenue to be able to offer that, right? Very stubborn-minded, very self-absorbed right now. So let's see what's going on as far as the outcome for this. Let's see what's going on with him. Like he's just kind of become, how I would say, he's definitely career driven, I can say that much. But feeling that he's not, generating enough, like he wants the world. He wants to have the riches of, everything. He's very materialistically driven, financially driven. He's very, wants all the nicer things, the finer things, have a good, and he's feeling that maybe that he's just not moving in a direction right now where he's feeling that he's achieving anything. So he might be feeling that he's kind of, out in the boonies without a ship, or without a car to get back, kind of thing. He's just kind of out there and trying to find his way right now. We also do have the Six of Wands here, which is the Leo energy. So we have Leo, we have Leo, and what else do we have here? We have air signs. We have the Five of, so Aquarius. So Leo, or Aquarius. And we have the King of Pentacles. So the King, I believe, is Virgo. No, not Virgo. The King of Pentacles is the Taurus and Aries. So Earth sign. So maybe getting more grounded. Maybe he's trying to find, maybe he's not feeling very grounded or very balanced right now. I have a really bad sore throat today. Is he kind of a jealous kind of, or not jealous, but, and maybe that's where you're feeling like maybe there's, you're questioning where it's going, is because maybe he's not as attentive like he used to be. Like when other males are around, he used to like kind of be like closely guarding you almost, whereas now he's kind of relaxed on that. So it might be that's where I think the raising of the question of where it's headed for you is arising from. So maybe the lack of attention that you're receiving, but I wouldn't misconstrue it. I think there's a lot going on for him, and he's trying to figure out and balance himself and get more grounded, or he's too grounded. Right, because we do have, we also have the Six of Wands, though. Like there's a lot of opportunities, and he's trying to find his way. Like he's trying to oversee the opportunities before they get there. Like he's trying to get, a bird's eye view and get a bird's eye kind of direction as to where he wants to move forward with it, right? With that Leo energy, public recognition, victory, progress, self-confidence, so he's definitely, and I'm not saying self-absorbed in a negative manner, but he's really focusing on himself right now and trying to move forward and move in a more better, more positive direction, to be able to, make a more solid foundation together with you. So I think just, maybe sitting down and saying, hey, don't stress yourself out over things. Just have that talk saying, I'm not concerned, knowing that maybe you're going through a lot more than what you're letting us know, but your body language is saying a different message. And just having that conversation, saying that you appreciate him and be appreciative of what he does for you. I don't think that maybe he feels that he doesn't hear that enough. He's definitely a person that's going to work hard for the relationship, right? He's on a mission. Okay, so maybe that's where his woes are taking him right now. The challenges that he's having to come up against in life maybe aren't as bad as he thought that they would be. But definitely getting that recognition that, he's worked hard to get to where he is now. Maybe he's not being noticed for the hard work that he is doing, the recognition. But always want to be like a superior energy, like a superior person, and really be, in his own safe mind and safe place. But I do feel that he is going to come back and make that offer to you. I don't feel that there is a disconnect here, but I feel that, he wants to be able to, have that strong foundation and build that together with you. So I think that when you end up being in a physical connection with him on a physical level more when he gets back, is you're going to find that he's going to end up making that offer. He's going to actually have that clarity while he's out and away, and understanding that, you're there, you're being loyal, you're doing everything, and that's what's keeping, the flame burning, right? Is the loyalty that you have with him, right? So, the challenges that he might be facing right now are just temporary situations right now. Having to be on a mission and doing the work that he does is very difficult. It can be very very trying on a person, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. But I feel that he definitely has, he's taking the time now to actually really think about where he's headed, where he wants to go, the direction that he wants to head in. And he's maybe not as structurally found, has a very strong foundation. Like the structure that he's standing on, it is very kind of moving right now. So maybe he's wanting to actually have that grounding, that moment where he can actually put his feet in and say, okay, now I want to build something. Being traveling and all that, he's not able to put roots down and get, that momentum to get moving forward, right? It's just like it's procrastination for him, even though he's not the one procrastinating, but the situation is kind of pushing things along the timeline that he would rather see, a completion done and moving in a direction that's more sound and more suited for, a relationship, right? So I would just, let him know that, you do appreciate the things that he does. You appreciate him for being himself, and not to stress over, building the foundation is something that you guys can still do together when he returns, right? And tell him not to worry so much. He could be feeling a little bit uneasy. He could be feeling that he's, have some insecurities surrounding that, like be an insecure person, worried that he might lose you if he's, not there. Is she going to get the one in her eye? So maybe there's things going on for him that he's been thinking about that, are being hard on him, and he's just expressing them a different way or saying things differently, right? So allowing him to keep working and moving forward, and to build that spiritual self for him as well, right? It's a lot of spiritual work for him, right? So so I wouldn't be so hard and worried. I think that you've got yourself a very well-suited man. He works hard. He's obsessed with status. He's obsessed with and being stubborn. When he gets determination, he's determined to complete the task. he's not going to stop until he gets, you know, the end result to come through, right? So allowing that to happen for you is very important, and very important for him. So be definitely supportive of his actions and what he's doing, and you know, just reassurance for him, I think right now is, I think, the best way to go with that. So next is Genesis. He's on a mission. That is so cool, though, you know, to take that and just end up somewhere where you're just unfamiliar and you don't know anything about, and to have that experience to happen and go somewhere totally different that you have no understanding of, or, you know, any knowledge of how to, you know, get through it, and to take on that challenge and to adapt to that environment is just, you know, that's an amazing, you know, opportunity, you know, to go on and be able to, you know, travel to different places and meet different people and have different experiences with people. That's an opportunity of a lifetime for a lot of people. You know, if I could have traveled all my life, you know, I was kind of like a gypsy when I was growing up, and I was traveling all the different places and meeting different people, and I enjoyed it. I loved, you know, going to Singapore. I went to Malaysia. I went to Jakarta. I went to Indonesia. I went to Japan. I went to Tokyo. You know, and flying and doing all these things. I've been all the way down to Mexico, and I get, you know, that's what builds me up, is travel and just experiences and going to different places and having different, you know, things going on. So Genesis, you're asking, my husband and me are currently separated. Will he contact me on Saturday when I spend Saturday with your granddaughters? So Genesis Chica, currently separated. Will he contact me on Saturday when I spend Saturday with your not my grandchildren. I don't have grandchildren yet, thank God. Alright, so let's see what's going on for your connection here. What's going on with your ex? Well, not your ex yet, but, you know, I shouldn't say that. You definitely have the Lover's card. So, you know, the first card up was the Lover's card. So there's going to be, you know, a time and a humble, you know, communication together. You may not have to have any challenges arise, so this might work in sequence for you. I don't see anything coming forward that's going to, you know, kind of hinder it. We do have the Eight of Wands in reverse, so those challenges, everything rushing fast, though, is not going to come in as fast as maybe you want it to. So don't have too high expectations of, you know, getting results happening this weekend, but I do feel that, you know, you will end up seeing him. You know, he may end up coming in, you know, and offer like a truce kind of thing, you know, a neutral territory, a neutral ground. Meet him on that neutral ground. Don't be, you know, wanting to be discussing life and everything. He just wants to be that father figure. He wants to be, you know, the grandfather that, you know, enjoy life and have fun and worry about the other issues at a later date, right? But you do have the Ace of Swords also coming up for you, so new beginnings coming forward. Maybe there's new opportunities that are going to arise for the both of you. Like I think he's going to come in on a neutral energy field, meaning that, you know, he's not going to come in and want to have an argument. He's kind of letting the past lie where it is, and let's move forward. Let's try to start something on a neutral level. Like, let's try to rebuild the foundation on a more stronger foundation. But it's almost like he's coming in and he's just, you know, let's make a truce. Let's let bygones be bygones. Let's leave everything that happened in the past. Let's start something new, right? With the Ace of Swords coming through, right? So, you know, he wants to be that grandfather, that father figure, that role model. That's what's important to him. That's where he wants to be in his life, and that's what his priority is kind of sitting at, right? So the father figure, role model, and enjoying that, right? So just allow him to have that time. Don't kind of pressure him. Like, don't move anything fast or have anything that has to move fast in a fast direction. Take it slow and just enjoy, you know, rebuilding it. You know, having everything happen just like this, and this is not going to be a possibility at this time, right? Is what I'm getting for you, right? So, oh, don't have to be sore. I was just joking. So, You know, the overall, like, we had the Fool card show up in reverse, so this is definitely not having to go on to a new journey per se, like a whole new experience. We do have the Ace of Pentacles coming up, so it's definitely you know, time to let what has happened in the past and have some forgiveness for each other. Forgive, but you don't have to forget. You know, you can still have the memories of whatever went on, but to allow yourself to be able to be forgiving, or to give yourself forgiveness and say, okay, I want to move, you know, in a direction, and I have to let go of, you know, my thoughts or my, you know, my hurt, my pain. I have to heal from it. It's time to, you know, put it to the past and leave it there. Stop, you know, rehashing it, and mentally, you know, like reliving the memories within yourself, right? You know, because you have to heal from it, and it's not saying that you have to forget them, but you can forgive yourself, and then you're able to have that forgiveness for another person that may have done wrong, right? You know, or owning your part. Maybe there was something that you did that you weren't acknowledging at the time that may come up that you might come to be aware of, and just, you know, reflecting on it, right? And he thinks you're pregnant. Okay. Well, that explains the father role card. I didn't get a pregnancy card coming up for you, but the father role, you know, being the father role, and you know, that's a priority. You know, he takes his job seriously. Oops. So yeah. So I think just taking it slow, just rebuild it on a, you know, a better, more secure foundation, allowing things to lie in the past. Don't rehash them. Don't keep living them over. You know, let them just kind of be in the past, and look forward to the future or into the present, and you know, come into a you know, a healthier state of being. You know, I think it'll be better. You know, it may be hard, it may be difficult to let certain things go, but you have to find it within yourself to be able to be forgiving. You know, are they forgivable items? I'm not going to say anything on that. You know, that's, you know, your comfort level has to be achieved, and you have to feel comfortable enough to be able to do that, right? So, you know, if you have to work on it, then take the time to do it, because taking the slow steps, taking baby steps to rebuild it, and having that sound foundation this time around, I think would be a benefit, right? He might be angry still too, right? So you just are just bringing it together, and you're still having that negative energy force that just is making everything explode. So you have to just kind of zone in on what you really find priority, and focus your intention towards that, right? You know, and express it. Be very expressive to him, and say, you know, I've been kind of thinking about this, and I would like, you know, this to happen, and I've been, you know, trying to let it go, and I've been having a hard time. Just being honest, you know, with whatever it is that, you know, you guys need to work through, and being honest about it, how you're feeling about it, you know, is very important too. That you should have your validation, your feelings validated for what you experienced, right? So, let's see. So 35, 42 message deleted by them. Oh, I accidentally deleted it. Sorry. What was I thinking? Oh my lord. I accidentally hit the button, and it pulled up the thing, and I went to close it. Okay, so what are my person of interest feelings and thoughts about me? Okay, so coolness. Okay, so you are looking for... Okay. What do you want to focus your... What is the outcome that you want to see, though? Because you have to let go of what your expectation is of what you're desiring the outcome to be, and be open to other options or other opportunities to come and actually maybe bring it into a circle, like bring it towards you. You know, don't set down on a path and say, I want this, this, and this, and this. But, you know, you have to go through X to get to A. You know what I mean? Like, be open to different opportunities that might help you get to where you want to be with this person, right? A lot of love, you guys. You guys have a lot of love and a lot of questions. Unsurety. And you shouldn't live in life in unsurety, right? Wanting to have the best experiences moving forward is definitely a plus, right? Oh, we had a flipper. Okay, so go through. Okay. You might be feeling, you might not even have the energy for this. feeling like it's a lot of energy that you're having to put into this relation or this connection with this person. And the erase. Okay, what's going on here? What's going on? Okay, the shield. So you definitely have your guard down. You're letting your guard down when it comes to this person. You know, we have the shield in reverse, but I always like to read them still face up, right? So you might be defensive. You might be protected. You know, to maintain harmony and balance within yourself. Can't see it on that side. I don't know why. Okay. So the shield, and then, you know, you might be feeling restricted by this, so you're letting your guard down because it's been so restricting to you. You know what I mean? Remember to be grateful for, you know, the opportunities that you do have. Cherish the moments that you get. You know, and then we also have waiting for things to happen, right? Yeah. Focusing on something, looking towards the new chances and opportunity. But the opportunity fails if you're not paying attention and you're being aware of what's going on. You might have some missed opportunities coming forward. See, the screen is so small on my end. It's hard to keep that so you guys can see. Here, I'll move this down a bit. There. So then we have, the through. So the situation is going to improve, right? Change your perspective. It's almost like, you know, the Hangman card. You know, state yes or no. Be very clear on, and being very clear on what you want, your intention. And if it's, you know, you're kind of leaning against no, but you really want to say yes, then just say it. Speak your mind. It might surprise you, the result that you end up getting. Like, you might have the surprise once you get through it. It might not be as bad as you thought it might be, right? So don't overthink, don't overanalyze it. Just go with the flow, and just change your perspective. The results are going to end up being, you know, more positive for you. Then we have like waiting, right? So, and then you might be getting defensive because you want an answer, and maybe because you can't have the control over the person's answer, or have that, I want the answer now, and getting that result that you want immediately. Might be the lack of being clear of as to what your intention or what you're requesting or what you're desiring from this person. Might not be said clearly enough for this person to understand it. You know, if you're saying you want a date, but then, you know, when they call, you don't have time to talk to them, you're too busy with your friends, or, you know, you don't put him as at the forefront of your mind. You know, and if he's doing things that are bothering you and he asks you what's wrong, and he says, are you feeling, you know, is there something bothering you? You're like, no. And when you're really saying yes, it's just, this is what's irritating, and speaking your mind might get you some results that maybe he isn't aware that he's doing as well, right? So, you know, speaking your mind and being clear on what you want is going to bring you a lot more benefits from this relationship or this connection that you want to have, right? So if you're stating yes, then, and you mean yes, then say yes. If you're stating no, then say no, right? So be very clear on what you're requesting or what you're answering to, right? All right, so let's see what his feelings are towards you. What are the feelings coming through? Okay. So we have the cloud card, we have the fiery, and we have the bubbles. So with the cloud card, be sure that you are choosing wisely. You know, if this is something that, you know, is just kind of like a phase that you're going through, or something that you're kind of like, well, you know, if he's not gonna get with the program, then I'm just gonna be out. Actually follow through with it then. You know, don't sit there and you know, kind of hum and haw. You know, really make sure that the decision you're going to make is the decision that you're going to be happiest with, Okay, make sure you're using, do it without judgment though. Like, just be a neutral energy for it. Feel good about the decision. It will end up easing your mind and easing your soul, right? Whenever you are thinking positive, you attract the positive. If you're thinking negative, then you're going to bring the negative. So always be aware of what you're thinking, and if you're feeling like negative, try to flip it around so you're not having that kind of vibration going out, so that it's bringing towards the energy, right? And just know that good things are on the horizon, if you are doing it with a good intention, right? You will overcome it. You will get through this, and it's like your energy is on lock. No giving the options of others, right? The negativity of your goal doesn't not have to be the focus anymore. Focus on the positive. Purification of your emotions. Break free from old cycles, like old vicious cycles, bad habits, or bad things that may have kind of happened in past relationships. Don't bring it into a new connection. Open your channels, more resources. Find more resources. If you're running into a problem, open up more resources, like find other people to talk to that you don't normally talk to, that might be able to offer you better insight into situations or feelings that you may be feeling at this time. Have more resources available to you. Maybe the old way of, friends that you usually talk to, that you count on for their advice, might not be what you need at this time. Maybe you need like a fresh set of new eyes on a situation that can put you in a more ease state of being, and give you better insight. Maybe somebody that's not close to the person, that can just kind of really sit back and logically think it out and give you like an honest answer. Maybe the other people aren't giving you the answer that you want to hear, but maybe the person that you might count on a different level is going to end up being more direct and more honest with you, as far as their kind of outlook on things, right? And then we have the windy, right? So with the windy, it's your completion of expectations, right? So your expectations are going to are exactly where you want them to be, right? And it's going to show growth, because you're going into a state of allowing your expectations to change. You're not having so many expectations from certain things, that you're letting go of the idea of having to have the end result of what you're expecting. You may end up getting the opposite, and not having that expectation to let yourself down at the end of the day. Maybe you need to let go of that thought train, right? But use caution, right? That is a very important decision at the time going on for you. And be careful of your temper, right? Be very careful of your temper. Like, be withdrawn, like be more internal. Like, don't kind of fly off the handle. Always think before you talk. Don't react. If they're trying to poke you and get a reaction, don't be that reaction. Okay, don't get that that mood where because it could end up backfiring on you. So just be aware of that. It could end up coming back and causing a little bit of strife in your life, right? So if that's what you want to do, is you want to stop giving, it's not in our nature not to give, right? Maybe it was the unhealthy giving to the person that wasn't appreciated of it. You have to take into account of the person that you were constantly giving to. They weren't obviously reciprocating it back to you, so it's kind of made you a little bit how would I say, cold, or a little bit aloof to somebody that might be able to give you something that maybe is going through the same thing. They may not want to give you, and that may cause that conflict coming, and that experience of your temper. You're not getting what you want, that expectation of what you're expecting from this person. Maybe they aren't going to give it because they've been through the same experience. You could be coming together and having the same experience, and either one of you is just going to pull against the other. I don't think that's going to work. Like, logically, if you think about it, if you're pulling away and he's pulling away, then why would you even want to fight for a connection if you guys are just pulling away from each other instead of trying to figure it out and work together, right? You know what I mean? So maybe have that conversation. Say, this is, I'm not having expectations, and I'm trying to do my best not to have an expectation of what should this relationship should be. But I'm kind of hoping that this is not going to be a repeat. I don't want to go through that cycle. I'm trying to end that that old behaviors. I'm trying to break away from the vicious cycle of, you know, repetitive behavior, right? And just being honest with yourself, being honest with your partner, and saying, hey, you know, I have been through this. You don't have to go into detail, and just say, you know, it really made me feel da 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 da, and you know, I really want to know, because I'm kind of getting that feeling like you're pulling away, but maybe he's pulling away because he's scared to, you know, that he's going to give and you're not going to give back. You know what I mean? So if you're not in the mood for giving, then why be in a relationship where it's giving? You know, you got to give to receive. If you're not giving, you're not going to receive anything. You know, and that's just kind of a backwards way to think, personally. I'd rather be giving to receive, and, you know, not have an expectation of what I'm going to receive. Don't be that materialistic mindset, right? Just be an open mindset. You know, whatever the person has to give you, be appreciative for what they do have. You know, not what you can gain, whatever is going to be the benefit, whatever is going to be whatever. You know what I mean? Just have that open mindset, right? So be a little more open-minded, you know, dealing with, you know, and I understand that you've come out of situations, right? You know, that you don't want to give anymore. You want them to pursue you and give you everything now. So now you're not reinforcing a positive expectation from it anyway. You know, you're going to end up with a negative result. You know, you're going to attract that negative because you're already thinking negatively. I'm not giving, so, you know, screw it. Well, you might as well just say screw it now if you're not going to be in a giving mood because you've given too much. You got nowhere to give, so don't even waste your time with a relationship then, because you can't be in a relationship and not give. So use this. Think about it. Logical. You know, use your, you know, thinking, right? Think before you act. Think before you speak. Think, you know, and use caution when you do it, right? Common sense is really common, right? I'm just speaking, I don't sugarcoat this shit for nobody. I'll tell you exactly like I would tell my kids, or I would tell my partners. I would tell them the same way. You know, I stand my ground, but in a confidence way. You know what I mean? Not in like a negative, you know, tone or anything, but, you know, I stand my ground and I defend what I believe, but at the same point, am I believing what is really, you know, what I'm really expecting? Because the expectation is already predetermined then. You're already predetermining the outcome. You got to let go of the outcome and be, you know, open to a different kind of way of things happening, you know, if you expect it to move forward, right? But I wish you the best, and you just got to change your frame of mind. Your perspective has to change. You know, if you're not ready for it, then don't pursue a relationship at this time, is what I'm saying. You know, if you're not ready for it and you're not willing to, you know, you've given too much, you're already predetermining the result of this relationship before you even have a chance to get into it, right? So, well, why don't you want to show it? If you have feelings for this person, why don't you want to show this person? You know, why play games? Why kid yourself? Why play with the other person's emotion? Why play that game? That's not a fair game to play. You know, you don't want to show your emotions until he does. That's very childish. You know, grow up. Come on now. You're an adult. Use your adult mind, not a childlike mind. Grow up. Stop being so self-absorbed. I'm sorry, but I'm just speaking the truth. And sometimes it's hard to hear, but when somebody's going to tell you straight goods, you know, either take it or leave it. It's your choice, right? You're waiting on him. Well, then you'd be waiting till Christmas. I can tell you that right now. You got to think like a man. They'll end up walking away and pretend like you weren't even there. You know what I mean? If you're not, you know, right there in their face sometimes. And saying, hey, what about me? Like, hello. But if you're not going to show him that you care or that you have feelings for him, he's not going to even approach it, because he'll be like, well, she's not interested. She's got no feelings for me. She's not even showing me anything. You know, so he'll lose interest. He got to keep his interest going, right? To show me his feelings, I'm not playing with him feelings. Well, if you're not showing your feelings, but you're still trying to engage with him, but you're not revealing yourself to him, and the interest that you're having for this person, where do you expect it's going to go? It's not going to connect. It's going to fizzle out and die. You know what I mean? You're not going to end up getting the result that you're wishing for. You know, if you want this relationship, then fight for it. Work for it. Do whatever you have to get it. You know, but just use your common sense when doing it. That's all. Be more receptive. Open your receptors to the possibility of something new and something different, an opportunity. You know, if he's come out of a relationship that was hard on him, he knows that he's not going to get into another one like that. But if you're already, you know, you're not expressing any feeling towards him, he's not going to keep around. He's not going to stick around. He's not going to be interested. You got to keep his focus and be more, you know, give a little to receive a little, right? You have to give and take. You just have to. You know, no matter how much it hurts, if this is somebody that you're attracted to and you want to be with, then you'll do whatever it takes to get through it, right? You know I would. You know, you make it work. One way or another, you'll find a way to get through it. You know, otherwise, step back now. Don't hurt yourself again. You know what I mean? Don't put your all into it, and then, you know, if you're not putting your whole 110% into a relationship, and you only want to give 50, you're only going to get 50% back. You know what I mean? I would do 110 if the guy was, from the way that you're talking, you're waiting on him. Well, you could be waiting for a while if you're not expressing anything to him. He's not receiving anything. He's just, you know, like they say, men are from Mars and women are from Venus. We're on two different planets, two different frames of mind. You know, you have to kind of think like a guy and say, well, what would I do? You know, he may say, well, she's not showing interest, so I'm not going to, you know, she's not interested in me anyway, so why bother? You know, he could be thinking like that, right? General kind of thought train, right? They're very simple beings. They're very simple-minded people. Men are. You know, they don't express. They're not very, you know, and also depending on how they were raised. You know, maybe he came from a family that doesn't express feelings. You know, waiting on him, well, you don't know what his life has been. You know, what he's gone through, or what he's experienced, or what he was taught, or what he learned. You know, you have to get to know the person, and the only way to do that is to give a little to get a little. You got to give a little to get a little. You know what I mean? Like, you have to give. You can't stop giving, you know, or it's just no fun. You gotta give something, man. You gotta give up something. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, but you gotta give a little bit of, you know, release the reins on that horse and say, okay, we'll move in. You know, move in and onto this territory and let's see what happens. You know, and just feel it out before you dive too deep. You know, if you've had that bad experiences, then protect yourself from falling too fast. You know, if you're falling fast, then I would just go all for it. What do you have to lose? You know, seriously, what do you have to lose? At the end of the day, another person that, you know, didn't work out. That was a learning lesson, and that's okay. You know, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. You can't do anything. You can't control it to the point that you're going to force it to work out. It's either going to or it's not. You know, you have to take a chance. Take that leap of faith. Jump into it. Give it. You know, give in. Don't be stubborn. You might miss out on the best guy you've met in your life. You never know. You know, you got to take the opportunity. You got to roll the dice, and whatever you end up with is what you end up with. You know, if you're hoping for 7s and you get a 10, are you going to be disappointed? You know, if you're only thinking that he's a 7 and you end up finding out that he's a 10 or an 11, you know, are you going to be disappointed then? You know, you got to ask yourself, what are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to give in to be able to have a person that could be, you know, a knight in shining armor that's, you know, in sheep's clothing, and you just didn't see it because you wasted it because you didn't want to give, right? So you got to take chances sometimes. Sometimes those chances hurt. Sometimes they don't. But you got to give something. Got to give in. I know I've had to, and it's hard. It is, because you don't like it. But, you know, I'm grateful that I had all the experience that I had. None of them were perfect, but, you know, at least I can say I had them. You know, but whatever. It is what it is. Have fun doing it. Enjoy it. Go on and be funny. You know, go and experience it. Be, you know, like best friends before you become, you know, partners. You know, get that foundation built. Start building it, right? So, you got to give something. If you don't want to give, you're not going to get anything in return. You know, it's like you got to, you know, to buy clothes, you got to give them money. You hate parting with your money, you still got to get it because you need the clothes. You know what I mean? You still need something from it. You're still getting something from it. Whether it be what you need or what you want, well, that's totally up to you. You know, how you want to perceive it and how you want to approach it, right? What you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. So, I hope you all the best. It's not saying that you have to give more and more. Give what you feel that you should. Okay, you don't have to give yourself 110% first off if you don't want to, if that doesn't make you feel comfortable. But you have to at least be in a, a communication. You have to talk to a person to get that person to talk. You know what I mean? You have to create the communication for the communication to begin. Right? Just take it one step at a time. Take it slowly. Don't rush into it. If you don't want to rush into it fast, don't do it fast. Take your time with it. Get to know the person before you commit. Don't just say, oh, well, now we're boyfriend and girlfriend, so we're together. Don't jump into it then. Don't jump with both feet in if you're not ready to give. Test the waters first. See where they're taking you or where they're going with him. You know what I mean? Test the waters first. You don't have to jump into the deep end and, you don't know how to swim, you're not going to jump in the deep end. You're going to sit on the edge of the water and gradually get into it, So, I wish you the best, and let me know, because I think you have it in you. You're just fearful of being used. Just don't put yourself in a position where you feel that you're giving way too much. Give a bit. Give a little to get a little, and grow, and just take a little bit by a little bit. When you're actually in a full-blown relationship, then you can give more. You'll have that trust rebuilt, and you have confidence in your relationship that it's going to be okay, that you're able to give now. It's safe to give, right? When it's safe for you to give, and you'll know when it's safe. So take the opportunity. So I wish you the best. It's going to be fine. All right, so who's next on the list, my dear friend, 3540? All right. So who is on the list? Where's the list here? Okay. Oops. So 3540 tarot, who's on the list? Oh, did I hide you too? Oh my god, I hid you too. What the hell? Hang on. Let me try to unhide you here. Oh my god. Okay. Unhide user. I am so sorry. I screwed it up. That's what I did. Oh my god. How is this being deleted by me? Deleted by Mystic Oracle. What? I didn't even touch it. Oh my god. Okay. How did that end up under my name? Okay. Ah! I accidentally just deleted it all when I went to go and scroll up, I guess, somehow. I feel so bad, you guys. I feel so bad. Oh my god. What an idiot I am. Oh my god. I don't know. I hope 3540 does not. Oh my god. Okay, hang on. Let me try to get this figured out here. Okay, so I must have did it when I made him a moderator somehow. Okay. I don't like this. I don't like using chat on this thing. Okay, so let me just go to the other chat here so I know what I'm doing here. Hang on one sec, guys. One sec. Okay. Okay, so thank you so much for the time you gave me. Will do. Thank you so much. Can I make a question? You can make a question. See? Okay, so I don't know how that happened. I really feel bad, you guys. I'm just like, I don't usually use the chat on my phone, so I usually don't use it. Okay, so let's go back. Oh my god. Can't believe how it ended up deleting all your messages, Miss Cole. Oh my god. Okay. So it ended up deleting all your messages. What the hell? Okay. And I... Okay. So I'm going back up here to find 35 tarot. Okay. So next is Cole, and Lids S is next. Okay, after Cole. Okay. I have to unhide him. Hopefully I unhid him. Okay, so let me make sure that I unhid him. Oh my god. I hope that... He's still here. I feel so bad. What the hell? See, you guys, you got me all just flustered. Okay, so we have lids. Okay, so we're gonna try to figure this out here. View deleted message. Okay. See, I'm not using that one. I don't like using that one. Okay, so 10:55. Oh, come on. Okay, so okay. So we have, whoops. Oh, I put Shannon as a moderator now. See how easily it gets screwed up? Okay. So remove. Okay. So next call. So lids S is next. Hopefully I can, he's unhit himself. Okay, let's see what's going on. Okay, I gotta do this on the other one. Okay, so what? Where are we here? Where are we? Okay, so you guys, if you guys are, if hopefully you didn't leave, I feel so bad. So Liz SS501. How is my future in love? Will I meet someone? So you want to see about what you're manifesting. Are you ready for love? Are you ready for love? Okay, so I'm going to take 3 more readings because we are hitting like an hour and 40 minutes. I want to know about love. I want to know if he's falling for me or I'm confusing things. If yes, will he confess? Oh, okay, so you don't want to know that. Okay. Alright. Lisa! How's it going, Lisa? So I'm wondering who's next, because now you've retracted the question, so I don't know what question you had. So we'll move on to the next person, seeing as you don't have your question in order here. So Black Tree is next, so general reading for Black Tree. And then we'll come back to you, Lisa, or Liz, SS501, when you actually want to put your message up for me to be able to see it. Alright. General reading. Chariot. Struggles. Okay. General reading for Black Tree. What's going on for Black Tree? That messages and guides and angels, please use me as a conduit for the messages for Black Tree, please, for today, June 6th, 2019, please. What are the messages, general messages that are meant for Black Tree? Okay, so we've got some jump cards here for you. Move these other ones out of the way. Alright, so we have the Chariot, we have the 4 Wands in reverse, we have the 9 of Cups, we have the 9 of Swords, we have the 7 of Swords, and we have the Bow Chicky Bow Wow card. Wow, okay. General reading. So basically we've got 4 different energies of swords. So we have the Knight of Swords down to the 7 of Swords. And then we have the 9 of Cups. And then we have the 4 of Wands with the 9 of Pentacles. So trying to make a decision right now, you know, whether you want to, you've kind of like stuck, you're at like a still point in your life right now. You want to take path A or you want to take path B. You're trying to make a decision, and the people that you normally would kind of go talk to might not be, you know, the person that's going to be able to give you the answer that is best suited for you, that's going to be giving you a very give you the right directions. You know what I mean? They might say, oh well, let's go take this path and then switch over later. You know, like they're indecisive themselves, so you know they're kind of more whimsical. But you want more of a set kind of decision that you need to make, whether it be left or right, up or down. You know, and you're really kind of lost as to how to come forward with this decision right now. Everything's at like a standstill based on this decision, like it's like a do or die situation kind of thought, where it's like if you make one choice, you know, the results could end up being a different way. If you do it another way, it might end up with different results. So there could be a lot of fear lying behind that decision that you don't want to make coming forward. Like we do have abundance, luxury, self-sufficiency, financial independence. So if this is career related for you, I feel that the decision that you kind of already know the path that you want to go on, because I think the end result is going to end up being prosperous for you. And I think just letting go of that fear, the unsurety of making a wrong decision at this time is not in the cards for you. I think that you're going to make the right decision. And I don't feel that there's really any wrong decision. Like there may be like a decision that's going to cause more delays maybe, but on the other hand, you make the other decision that might be a little bit more clear sailing. You know what I mean? So it's like, do you want to take the scenic route or you want the direct line, right? Do you want to be able to enjoy the opportunities that are leading up to, this abundance that's coming forward for you, that you're moving into this energy of prosperity and just, coming into finally that positive energy where you're more carefree. Like you've always been the type of person that would have everything spread out, everything planned, everything organized and set in stone, and you'd have it all figured out. And now with this decision, it's like everything just like it's thrown a wrench into everything. This could be due to somebody coming back into your life, like coming back to you. That's kind of maybe thrown a wrench into things, right? I think that he's going to come back and he's going to approach it, and he's kind of like, I want to, but I can't get that footing, that right footing, right? So this decision that you're going to end up making, I do believe he is going to come back, but he's stalling. He's trying to get the nerve up to admit the confession or confess that he has this desire burning inside him. Like he's kind of determined to be, like whether, I don't feel like he wants to move on. Like he's not going, like, like we have this little guy here. Hang on, I'm going to make sure that you guys are seeing this right. We have this little dude over here that I always call him the traveler, right? Because he's always got his little bag packed and ready to travel. So I don't think that he's moving on. I don't think he's like traveling, like ready to move anywhere. You know what I mean? So I think he's kind of sticking his roots down here and wants to, have that happen. And that's going to make you feel like this. You're just going to be like, oh, fabulous. I'm just like on top of the world. You know what I mean? So giving him a little bit of a kickstart, or, finding ways to kind of move it forward. You might have to give it a little bit of a nudge, meaning that, there's certain things that you're trying to figure out a way to get him to kind of trip up and say it, you know what I mean, so that he can't take it back. But I think at this point he's kind of like, if I say it, I'm in it, you know what I mean? And I'm not sure if that's the way that I should say it. So it's kind of like he's at odds with himself, trying to figure out how to come across and say it, you know what I mean? Like he's like battling himself. He's having the internal battle with himself. Well, if I do, then this. If I do it this way, then this. Like, so he's kind of like at that fork in the road as well for himself. Do I do it this way? Do I do it that way? If I do this, is this going to happen? So he, I think, would be, he's kind of like, what do I do now? And you're at the other side going, which way do I go with this? Like, which way do you want me to go? Do you want me to meet you down path A, or do you want me to meet you at the end of road B? You know what I mean? So I think you should just pick one of the roads and approach it, get it moving, make him step up to the plate and come into a decision, right? I think it's going to be comical. I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be light. I don't feel that it's, going to be one of those ones where it's like a lot of, approach it with lightness. Don't approach it with like heavy, like, oh my God, like this is like a disaster if it doesn't work out. You know what I mean? Approach it with a light heart. Approach it with some fun times. Like be comical about it. Like poke a little bit of fun and just be funny with it, right? Because I think that he's kind of wanting to set his bag down. He's tired of meeting people. He's tired of the dating thing. He wants to find somebody that kind of wants to settle down and make things happen, right? No more of this, like, you know, dating for a little bit, you break up, then you move on to the next one. It's like he's done. He doesn't want to have to go through that no more. Like, he's looking for, you know, a little bit of solitude and some balance in his life and some grounding of a relationship. You know, so I think that it, you know, maybe, you know, pulling out that Bao Chigi Bao Wow card, which I always call her the Nine of Pentacles, the abundant card that has everything on point. The little bit of sex appeal, the, you know, get the motivation going, like get his focus and just distract him. Be the distraction, right? Be the focus, the intention of what the end result is going to be. You know, give it a little bit of food for thought, or, you know, to help kind of nurse that little horse along to get it across the finish line, right? You have to coax it. You can't pull the horse across the finish line, but you can pull the carrot in front and kind of lead it there. You know what I mean? So take approaches to being able to lightheartedly get him to come forward, right? Just, you gotta, you know, you gotta work it a little bit. You gotta, you know, kind of give him a little bit of a nudge, or, you know, have something that's enticing, that, you know, you need to have something happen, right? Because it's driving you crazy. Like, it's seriously driving you crazy. So I think just approach it, you know, leave that horse with that carrot, get that carrot out in front of him and just dangle it and be like, hey, remember this? Hey, you know, give him some motivation, you know, to want to be that partner, right? All right, so next is Liz, Blacktree, and Safak. Okay, so Liz, have you come up with a question yet? Oh, we just did you, sorry. You can't stay long, Lisa? I sent an email, but you know what happened, Lisa, was I think I don't know what happened to it, because when I went to go and recheck the email, it wasn't showing that it was sent. So I'm going to have to send you the details again and write out the long email that I had previously done. So I will get that done as soon as I'm done with the live feed tonight, and I will get that sent off to you within the next, what time is it now? It is now going on 12. I'll have it to you if you're at work and you're working. I'll have it to you probably within the next hour. I'll get that typed up and sent to you, and I'll get that to you. I just have 2 more readings to do, and then I'm done, so give me like half an hour. So give me until like maybe 1:30, 2 o'clock to get that email to you, or you should receive it within, you know, by 2 o'clock. I did send it. I'm sure I thought I did, but I guess I didn't. So I will send the information again to you, and you can review it. And I had everything all in there, and it was a couple paragraphs. So it's kind of, you know, he will end up confessing it to you. You know, he's kind of like, do I say it? Do I, you know, am I going to look like a fool saying this? You know, but I think that he does want to move forward. He's just not sure how to approach it. You know, he's definitely being a little bit, you know, indecisive himself, like how to profess it. I got a glimpse of a card that almost flipped over there, and it was the Empress card from the masculine deck. Okay, so here you go. The World. Okay, the challenges. Feeling that, you know, he has some challenges ahead of him. Okay, Judgment. He's going to make a decision. Okay, so there's a definite, he's going to make a decision. He's going to realize that there are challenges to relationships. He's got to get through them. You know, he may have challenges going on that may be delaying that answer for him, but at the end of the day, it's the World card. You know, everything has to work out in, you know, in time for this to become, you know, the end result. So I definitely feel that, you know, you're going to end up with what you're asking for, so long as you keep your intentions pure, right? Because we also have, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers card. Okay, so the intention is there on his part. How he gets to that end result, I'm not sure as to how long it's going to take him, but he is going to make a final judgment call on it. He's going to, you know, understand that relationships have struggles. So maybe he's having a little bit of fear or anxiety surrounding the relationship, of fearing that, you know, is it going to be too much work? Is it going to be, you know, like the last time, or, you know, the time before that, where I had to do so much work and go through all this and not have it work out in in favor of a good relationship. But we do have the Lovers card, so this is the end result that he wants to get to. Okay, so definitely, you guys, you know, but you have to, you know, like I said to the other person there, you have to give a little bit and, you know, give that horse a bit of a carrot to get it, you know, enticed to getting to that decision a little bit faster, right? So, so I'm doing Blacktree and Safak. Blacktree, I'm doing you, and then Safak will be the last reader, last one for tonight. I do have to get going because it is midnight, and I do have to get to bed at some point here. Otherwise, I'm going to have a late morning again, and I don't like sleeping in, especially with the gorgeous weather outside. I don't like sleeping in. So I want to kind of be up early. So Blacktree, do you have your question ready? $35.40 tarot. I'm so sorry that I ended up hiding you. I went to go because I was using the chat on my thing, and when I scroll on this thing, right? So as soon as I scroll it and I accidentally touch a person's name, like that comes up, right? So I ended up hitting that, and then when I closed it, I guess I hid you somehow, right? So I'm trying to not use my phone that much. So we're going to cut the list. After Safak is going to be the last one that we're going to do the reading for. But Blacktree, is there a question here? I don't see. Hey, no worries, Lisa. We'll talk about. You know, I will send you that email and get that to you. So Safak and Blacktree. So is Blacktree not here? So anybody that's coming late to the stream, we are going to probably do another one tomorrow, or you can book your super mini reading. If you look at the bottom of the screen there, you can go to that Facebook page, Mystic Oracle Tarot and Metaphysical Service, book your mini free reading there. You get a 15-minute free reading, and we can do it that way as well. I'm just trying to streamline my appointments so that I don't have, you know, like 6 different places that I have to be at once. Okay, so if you want to go to Mystic Oracle Tarot and Metaphysical Services on Facebook, there is appointments that you can schedule. You click on the super mini one, and then you put the code in when you book it, and that way I know that it's the free one, that you won't be billed for it, and you get 1 per customer. So if you don't get a chance to have one done here, your best opportunity to not have to wait for the next stream to be able to get a free reading is to visit the webpage, Mystic Oracle Tarot Metaphysical Services. Book an appointment there on the 15-minute super mini. Their appointment scheduling there. You can book it for whatever day, whatever time of the day. I'm open until like 11 o'clock in the evening, so anytime from 10 in the morning until 11 p.m. you can book a reading. So you know, so there are allotted times for the 15-minute reads. So if you want to just schedule yourself, it will give you some times that are available. I'm trying to get that set up so that I don't have to, you know, keep coming here and spending hours and hours doing live readings here, right? I can do them there, and it can work better into my schedule that way, right? So if you want to do it that way, you by all means go there and you can book your reading there for your promo super mini reading. It's 15 minutes. Get to whatever information we can in 15 minutes to the best of our the ability. So let me know. Eleni, how are you doing? I've come here so many times. Every time I fall asleep before it's my turn. You know what, Eleni? Go to the Facebook page. Get the mini super reading. You can book your schedule that best suits you so that you won't have to fall asleep. Because like I said, there's times where I end up getting here like super late by the time I get the rest of my day done. And I wanted to be here at like 2 o'clock this afternoon. I didn't happen. I had, you know, company stop by. I had my kids stop by. And my schedule, I have to have, you know, structure, and I have to have my appointments set. I can't just be doing it whimsically anymore, because it is, you know, it's becoming more busier for me, and I have to have that information and set times that I'm doing readings for the website that I work for, as well as my personal ones, as well as you guys here on YouTube. You know, like, I'm trying to streamline it all into one area, keep it simple, keep it, you know, accessible for everybody to have an opportunity to get a mini reading, the free one. You get one opportunity for it, and then, you know, you can, it's kind of like buy, check it out. And then we also have another June promo that if you book another reading, you pay for a reading, you get another super mini reading on top of whatever paid reading you pay for. You'll get a free super mini for the month of June. July and August. So that's the other offer that's available. So it's available on the Facebook page only. You have to have the YT, which stands for YouTube June 1519. And you can just put it in there, and you guys can get your free mini readings there. It's more scheduled. It's a little bit more convenient for me. It's easier for me. I'm not having to spend, you know, my last hours of the day to kind of sitting here for a few hours doing readings, because I would never get off here. I would never end up being able to ever leave here with the amount of people that want free readings, right? So if you want your opportunity to get a free one, visit the webpage on Facebook, Mystic Oracle Tarot and Metaphysical Services. You can Google it. It'll come up in the search options. Click on it. It'll take you right to the page. All right. So I'm going to do one more. Well, here's the fact. I'm not hearing from Black Tree. So Safak, is there a question that you have? She never answered, so I'm going on to you. So you're the last one reading for the night. Anybody that wants to get a reading done has to go to the Facebook page, or stay tuned for another stream when I get a chance to do it. I don't know if I will be doing one tomorrow 100% yet. So if you want, Alini, go to the Facebook page and do it, right? Book it there. You know. We can do a mini reading, and then, you know, if you want to get a more in-depth one, the price and everything is there. All the prices and all the services are there, so you can just kind of view everything there. All right, so let's get on with Safak, and let's get this Safak, right? I wrote honey. Okay, so does Nuland have romantic, serious feelings to me, and will he confess his feelings to me when he returns from his trip? He's an Aries, and I'm a Capricorn. Alright, so let's see what's going on in the love department for you guys. So I'm going to pull cards from both the masculine and feminine deck for you, just like I do with most love readings when it's, you know, partnership. So we're going to pull your cards first. We're going to see what's going on for you. First card out is another. You got the Chariot as well, just like the last person did, wanting to know about the feelings, so wanting that decision. It's like you're on stop, in freeze mode until you get that answer, right? So path A or path B. You have the Empress card also showing up, which is, you know, nurturing the connection, making sure that you're putting your energy into it. It also is the pregnancy card, so be aware of that, you know, if he comes back and you guys are doing the nookie thing, that possibility of a pregnancy could come out. You know, so just be aware of, you know, if it's, you know, a planned thing, or if it's, you know, something that you're wanting to do, or, you know, maybe have a conversation about it. I definitely feel like he's not ready for everything to kind of come full circle yet. You know, maybe he's planted he's sowed the seeds. He's waiting. He's not really waiting for results. He may end up coming back and wanting to take you away from that feeling of you know, it could end up being a surprise, like blindfolding you and leading you away from a situation that, you know, and bringing you into a better one. So maybe the offer when he comes back is going to come through, like feeling like you're not seeing anything, like you're not. He doesn't want it. Could be a surprise. You know what I mean? Like, I always look at her as like she's been trapped in this direction for so long that now the gate's open, and, you know, even though she's been blindfolded, but leading her into a different direction and in different opportunities, right? Without ruining the surprise kind of thing. You know, getting you away from that feeling of constraint, of not knowing what you're doing, or having no insight. You know what I mean? So I definitely feel that he's going to come forward. He's going to end up leading you in a better direction. He's going to, you know, kind of break that wall for you, you know, so that things will progress when he gets back. The communication, though, he might be feeling that you're not communicating, you know, or responding the way that you normally would. So maybe it's caused some reservations with him. You know, he's waiting for messages, he's sending the message out, but he doesn't get a response back. So maybe there's been some hints as far as where he's wanting to head with this, and he's just not hearing the outcome that maybe he's wanting to hear right now. You know, he's not hiding anything from you. He's being very open. He's, you know, he's the type of person that will stand in and be very truthful with you. He's not the type that's going to hide anything. You know, he does have secrets, you know, that, you know, may not be at this time that he's going to come forward with them. holding on. He's not holding on to the past. Nothing is, kind of the way it is right now. Like they say that we look at the world upside down, so we're actually looking at the world from an upside down point of view. So he really wants to be right side up. You know what I mean? Like he wants to be, on solid ground. Doesn't want to feel like he's, can lose his footing anytime, right? So he wants to definitely build a foundation. Doesn't feel that there's going to be any struggles. The compatibility is definitely moving in that direction for possibilities. Moving towards the future, now holding on to something in the future, like holding on to something further in the future, right? So definitely is thinking further down the line in regards to this relationship. So now we're going to pull a couple more cards on your side to see where the connections are lying and if you guys are being in sync with each other currently. We have Temperance working in your favor. So we have Temperance creating that balance and, wanting to have that balance within that relationship, trying to manifest and put things in order, right? Everything's getting put into order for you with the help of Temperance. Right, so there are rainbows further down the line. It is going to be a positive thing. We also have the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles in reverse though is lack of progress, procrastination, and learning from failure. So your karmic lessons that maybe you need to learn before you enter into this new relationship, and maybe that's why he's being so undecisive, is maybe that you're projecting that fear, or he's picking up on that sensation from you from past relations. But I do feel that there is abundance coming for you guys if you just kind of let go of that old kind of past energy of fear from, or learn from the failure of past relationships. And I think that you'll be able to move into this one with the greatest of speed, right? You'll have the abundance, everything will move, and things will start flowing, once he gets back. So just hold on to it. Don't give up yet. Like, I'm not getting a vibration of negativity with this at all. I still think that you guys have, a journey to travel. I still feel that you guys have time together. You're still not at the end of the rainbow. Like with Temperance there, she's intervening, but behind her is the rainbow. You know what I mean? So she's intervening for the sake of slow down, don't get rushy. We're working on it. We're trying to get this balance. Don't jump the gun right now. Okay, so just go with the flow. Allow the manifestation or your thoughts to be resonating as a vibration to him. Send him the good vibration and work on the vibration from yourself, right? Yes, you are. He's thinking about you, right? He definitely is thinking about you, right? We had the which card was it here? This card. He's looking out for you. Like, he wants to make sure that you're walking down a safe path. He's not going to leave you standing there on your own, right? And you've come out of relationships, and it's kind of like, you're just wanting to be led. It's time to take the blindfold off and see what you have before you, right? It's no time. It's not. You don't need to be led blindly. Okay, open your eyes. It's okay. It's safe. He doesn't want to feel like he's leading you in a direction that I don't feel that he would be leading you in a direction of negativity, right? I think he has some good intentions about him. Wants to take an opportunity to find them with you and see where it goes. So. Why doesn't he want to find my number and wrote me? I don't know. You want to know why he's not communicating? Well, that's what the communication card that came up. This card here that I was telling you about. He may be not wanting to have that communication because it might be very difficult for him to hold on to. He may have been communicating or had thoughts of communication, and he's still trying to wait for a way to deliver it. So maybe he's waiting back, and he's weighing wants to be the type of person to tell you in person. Doesn't want to have to send them via whatever way, because it's less impersonal. He wants to be intimate and personal with you, right? So so whatever it is, he's not sending them quite yet, right? He'd probably want to just tell you in person, share that experience together. You know what I mean? Yeah, he does. He wants to, pursue something, you know, but you can't really do that when somebody is out of the country, you know, away from you. Long distance relationships, you know, he's doing what he has to do to get through this, and when he comes back, then, you know, you'll have that sit down and you'll figure it out one way or the other, right? Right? I think you guys will have the conversation in regards to that question will be resolved when he gets back. You know, resolving something like that when somebody's on a vacation or away from you. You know, if he doesn't plan on coming back, then I would raise a question as to what you're investing into. But if he's coming back, then I would wait until he gets back to deal with it. Talk to him in person. Have that conversation in person. You know, it's more intimate, it's more personal, it's, you know, it's more real. You know, you get to see the body language, you can actually see it and gauge it for yourself at that point, right? Okay, so Sibeliza, you're going to have to go to Facebook, the one that's on the bottom of the screen here. That's, you know, on the bottom of the screen, it says current promos, book a free super mini reading, 1 per customer, via Facebook, Mystic, Oracle, and Tarot, and Metaphysical Service. I'm done reading for the night. Use the promo code YTJN1519 to get your actual reading. That way you won't be billed, and it will automatically book the appointment so you guys can get your readings. So I would just wait till he gets back. You know, don't go and stress yourself over it. You know, don't go and worry about it. Don't stress yourself out over it. You know, you can't do anything really until you get back. And just do it. Just do it when he gets back, right? Take the bull by the horns then, and you know, come to a solution with that at that point. Okay. So this is a Mystic Oracle signing off tonight. It's been a blast reading for you guys. Hope you guys tune into the next live chat or live stream. Don't forget to thumbs up the page, thumbs up the video, leave a comment, you know, on the comment bar, or check out the link in the description box for the Facebook page is also in the description box below. You just click on it, it'll take you right to the page. I forgot I put that in there today. So you just click on it, it'll take you right to the page. You can book the appointment there. It's under services, and then you can book the appointment there. So I see you guys later, and I hope you guys all have a safe and loving relationships, and we will keep in touch, and we'll check in later. So you guys have a blessed evening. This is me signing off, and good night, folks. That's all.